All right, we are live. Here we go. So we're going to be talking about why your leads aren't converting today. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with me for a little bit. If you're not watching this, you're watching the replay. That's cool too. Let's get into it. If your leads are coming in, but they are not converting, they're not closing, I want you to stay with me right now because what I'm about to share is exactly why it's happening. And I'm going to give you the fix right now, live. So here we go. Let's go, baby. Let's get into this. So if you don't know me, my name is Tony Acosta. I run Acosta Homes of Texas, a seven-figure manufactured home business that I built without a physical lot, without a display showroom, without display inventory, just systems, a great team, and the right strategy. So I'm going to share what's actually working right now, and then I'm going to open it up to any questions that you have too. So let's get into it. Drop a comment in the chat and let me know where you're joining from. Hope the audio is good. If it's not, it'll be better on the second one, I'm sure. But here we go, guys. So here's what I see that is killing businesses right now. They've got leads, they've got interested buyers or prospective clients, but somewhere between that first contact and the close, they're losing people. And most owners think it's a price problem or it's the economy or it's the market. It's not. It's a systems problem. And there are three specific places that it breaks down. And I'm going to share all three with you right now. So I'm going to walk you through them. The first one is speed to lead. Speed to lead. So the first place that leads die is the response time. There is a study out of MIT that came out that says that if you get back with a lead within 5 minutes, that you are 21 times more likely to convert that lead. That's right, not one time, not two times, three, 5 times, 21 times. So let that sink in, man. The odds are in your favor. You know what I'm talking about? 21 times more likely to convert that lead. Most business owners, and I was doing this too, so I know the struggle. Most business owners are responding same day or the next day, and then we wonder why the lead goes cold, right? So what we did in our business is we built an automation that responds within minutes of somebody submitting their information to us. So lead comes in, they get a text, they get an email, both of them, before I even look at my phone, before I even know the lead is in our CRM, they've already heard from us twice. And so the truth is that the fix is not working harder, right? The fix is building a machine that responds when you can't, because the truth is we're not always going to be at our computer or at our phone to respond to the lead that comes in. So whether it's a CRM automation, whether it's a VA, whether it's a trained team member that you have to be able to do this, the point is you want someone or something to get back to them first, fast, and every time, because if you don't, somebody else will. And now there's AI agents, right? There's AI agents that you can use, voice agents that can get back and act as your, maybe not your closer, but your setter, right? So be honest. I want you to tell me, what is your average response time right now? Be honest, the Lord's watching you. Drop it in the comments. Let me know what your average lead response time is. And again, if you're watching this on replay, I'm going to hit you back up on these comments as well. So the second place deals die is follow-up, right? Follow-up, specifically the lack of it. And I know a lot of people that are really good at this, and then I know a lot of people that are not really good at this. I was not always very good at this, but what happens is most salespeople, they'll follow up one time, they'll follow up twice, and if they don't hear back, they assume the lead is dead and then they move on, and you almost feel like you're bothering people. But what I've learned is that there's money that we're leaving on the table. There's money in the follow-up. I've closed deals on the 8th, 9th, the 10th touch. And the truth is, man, and you can attest to this, that people are just busy. We're busy sometimes. We get distracted. We're with the kids. We're with mom. We're with dad. We're doing whatever it is that we're doing with the family. whatever, life happens, right? And sometimes they just need a reason to re-engage. And we have to be that reason to re-engage. So what we did in our company is we built a dead lead re-engagement sequence in our business. So every lead that goes cold after 30 days, they get hit up with an email. 60 days, they get hit up with an email. 90 days, they get thrown into a reactivation campaign, to be short, right? It's a simple message that they get. It's a new angle. Are you still looking? Did your situation change? We're running a promotion this month. You name it. You can do whatever you want with that, and you can get creative with it. The point of it is if you think about these big players, man, you've got like McDonald's. Let's use McDonald's. They're constantly in your face, letting you know, hey, we're still here selling a Big Mac or whatever it is they do, right? Um, if that's your flavor, that's cool. But they're constantly letting you know that, hey, I'm here and we'd love to do business with you, right? So we have to do the same thing as business owners. We have to let people know, we have to re-engage with people. Last quarter, we recovered leads that we thought were gone, that we thought were dead. And we closed business off contacts that had been sitting in the CRM for months. It's just money that was already in the building. We've already spent money on the ads and on the marketing, and we just had to go and get it. So this is actually one of the first things that I work through with our coaching clients. We help them to build a follow-up system that runs without them having to remember to do it. Because if I had to remember to do this stuff to re-engage with them, I wouldn't do it. But let me keep going here to the third point, right? I want to be mindful of everybody's time. So excuse me while I sip of the nectar of the gods. But point 3 is this. The breakdown this breakdown is the most overlooked, right? Most business owners end a conversation, and I've done this before with something like, let me know if you have any questions, right? And it's the death of a deal, man. It's so ineffective because our prospects don't know what to do next. And confused people don't buy. They just disappear. And so every touch point, every call, every email, every text has to end with a specific next step, right? Not let me know, not feel free to reach out, but a clear single action. And it doesn't have to be anything crazy, right? What that might look like is something like our next step is a quick call Thursday at 2. Does that work for you? I'm going to send you the agreement today, review it, and let me know your questions by Friday, right? You're hitting them with a deadline of when that's going to happen. Or for us, it's like, hey, I have a home that I know is going to work for you, and it sounds exactly like what you're looking for. I want to send it to you now. What's the best number to text you at, right? So the point is, you're driving the process, right? You're guiding them. You're giving them the next step. You're making it easy to say yes. And that's how deals move forward, right? So let me bring it back. 3 reasons that your leads are not converting. 1, you're too slow. Speed to lead is a system problem. It's not an effort problem. 2, you're not following up enough. And the leads you think are dead are actually recoverable. And then the last thing, you're not giving a clear next step so people fall off because of a lack of direction, right? So if you fix all 3 of those things, your conversion rate will change. Not just a little bit, it'll change significantly. Ask me how I know. Our conversion rate has changed significantly since I didn't always do these things. And once I started to do them, I noticed a huge change. So that's the framework, right? But here's where it gets real, right? I want to get into your specific situation. So I've got my eyes on the comments. I'm going to pull them up right here so that I'm able to see them. But I want to know, what is the number 1 bottleneck in your business right now? What's the number 1 bottleneck in your business? Where are you stuck? Drop it below, and I'm going to go through it live. And if you hit me with a comment, I'm going to come back to it on the replay. If you hit me with a comment on the replay, I'll come back and I'll answer it then. So one of the things that somebody asked me recently is, how do I build a follow-up system if I don't have a big team? And this was huge for me because I don't have a huge team. We run lean, right? And So I was like, how am I going to build a follow-up? See, what does that even mean? How do I do that? I didn't know where to start, right? And thankfully, I'm constantly putting myself in rooms with people who are smarter than me, richer than me, better than me, because I just, the more I learn, the more I realize I don't know, man. I just don't know it all. And so there's a lot of tools that you can leverage today. One of the things that we leverage is through the guidance of other people that know more about AI than I do, right? So we use Claude, for example, and I have all of our tech stack that we use for our company, our CRM, our phone system. I mean, all of the things that we use, they're all plugged in there. And what I did, and I'm going to give you this unlock. Hopefully, this helps for you who are not real, maybe confident using AI. Uh, One of my buddies who's really, really good at using AI told me, "Hey, if you don't know how to do something, ask the AI how to do it." And I was like, "Okay." And once you start getting into that sequence and that frame of thinking, it becomes much easier to use it. And so we built a follow-up sequence using the tech stack, and we added a couple of things that we needed. But the tech stack that we use, so basically we built it, took me 2 to 3 hours, built the thing, and now I have a follow-up sequence or a re-engagement campaign that's constantly running. And it reads through our CRM daily, and then it goes back and it starts the re-engagement campaigns. It sends the emails. So you set it up once and then you let it run. And that's the machine that is moving constantly so that I don't have to remember to do it. It's just knocking it out. So that's what I did. You don't need a big team. You just need 2 to 3 hours of your time and really lock in and knock it out. It's possible. So another question that I've got before and that somebody asked me is, how do I know when a lead is actually dead versus when it's just not ready yet, right? And I think the best way that I've been able to draw a line there is if I don't get a no from somebody, right? A hard no, like for example, I already bought the thing that you're offering, so I no longer need the service. That's a hard no, right? No, thank you. I already have the thing. We went with somebody else. Thank you so much. Got it. And we'll just probably pop them into a re-engagement campaign, right? To let them know, hey, again, we're still here, right? And we'd love to do business with you. Maybe we can help them. And if we can't help them, referrals, right? And then somebody that's just not ready yet would look something like they just ghost you, right? They don't answer, they don't respond. That would be somebody that's just not ready, or they tell you, yeah, you know what, we're still looking. That's a great way to identify somebody that's just not ready yet. So I'll give you an example too. We had an individual recently who it was a lead that I thought had gone cold, right? I thought that so I made him an offer for a home that we were looking to purchase. She laughed at my offer, and and then she got off the phone, right? And she's like, you know what? I'm not, she was kind about it, but she straight up laughed at me, right? And she's like, I'm not gonna do that. I want way more. I said, got it, no worries. If anything changes, let me know. Hung up. That was it. That's someone that's just not ready yet. Because just to make a long story short, 4 weeks later, she called us and she says, hey, I really need to get out of this home. I need to move on. Is your offer still on the table? And we were able to, the offer that she laughed at, she ended up going with. So that's a great example of somebody I thought honestly it was a dead lead, but she just wasn't ready to move yet. And she called us back, and because of the rapport I was able to build with her and just being honest with her, you know what I mean? Um, that's one thing that we pride ourselves on, and we were just very honest, very straightforward. She called us back, and boom, we were able to convert the lead, which is really, really cool. So I could keep going. And but what I'm gonna do is there's so much more that I want to get into, but I'm gonna wrap it up. And then I've got one more thing that before I let you go, right? So before I let you go, I want to acknowledge you for showing up. Most people just sit on the sidelines, and you're here. So thank you. Thank you for doing that. What we've covered today, um, speed to lead, follow-up systems, the clear next steps is the foundation. If you implement even one of these things, your business changes this week, right? Immediately. So for those of you who want to go deeper, I work with a small number of business owners one-on-one. Now, I'm not talking about a course. I'm not talking about a group program. I mean, direct access to me. We help to build your systems. We help to fix your follow-up. We help to close the gaps that exist in your business. So I've got 2 spots open right now. So if that's you, and if today showed you that there's a gap and you're ready to close it, DM me the word legacy. That's it, just the word legacy, and I'll send you the details and we'll talk. For everyone else, share this with a business owner who needs to hear it. Drop a comment and tell me what your biggest takeaway was. And I'm coming back with more. I'll be back next week. This is just the beginning. My name's Tony Acosta. Let's build a legacy, y'all.